This is Awesome St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop! August 27th to the 29th, 2021! Atlanta, Georgia! Ranger Stop 8! November 11th to the 14th! Orlando, Florida! Get your tickets now! Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Well, if you thought that a babyface turn couldn't get any more clumsy.
You know,
one thing
I can excuse the first 5 minutes of this episode. I really can.
I'll say this. Guy Amatsu didn't join the team right away when he babyface turned, but at least the way he didn't join the team right away at least made sense. Because the main characters didn't trust him. Here, it's more of a situation of if you're going to do something, you may as well commit to it.
Well, once again, I can excuse the first 5 minutes. Because don't get me wrong, Durandal and Reika joining still makes no sense when you think about, I'm sorry, you want to murder a child and didn't bat an eye.
Only because the person who told you to murder a child happens to have a certain title in their name. Hashtag scumbag Raiden. I'm sorry, but Ryoga, for the duration of the season, I'm calling him scumbag Raiden because he's basically scumbag Raiden, as explained in our review of Scorpion's Revenge.
Also, Mortal Kombat 2021. Be sure to check that out.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, it is time. We are in episode 37 of Kamen Rider Saber. I'm Leo. This is Mike. We are the Rider Bros, and welcome to the Rider Time Podcast. We'll review the newest episode of Kamen Rider, and at some point we're going to review some movies like 01 and Metro G-Rai. So there you go.
Yes, and today's episode is episode 37. Who will change the world?
No one.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I was this close. To, instead of using this banner, using the movie poster for what's called Crimes of Grindelwald, because they literally had the exact same poster where they have like all of the characters from the entire movie just like set up like in a panoramic image, and it's like, who will change the world? And I'm like, I don't know, but I think it might be these two guys. Pointing at Newt Scamander and Albus Dumbledore, because I don't know. I think it might be these two guys. I don't know who the rest of these people are, but I'm pretty sure the answer to your question is these two guys.
But yeah, guys. So
at least it kind of makes sense.
But yeah, and for those of y'all who want to know, yes, I got a haircut. The fade is good because it is summer and it is time to relax and get burned by LA heat.
I got a haircut 3 weeks ago. Also,
there you go.
Oh my God, this episode.
So where do we get started? I like this episode.
Oh, by the way, real quick. Actually, no. I'll ask you a little bit later. Go ahead.
I like this episode. Much better than last week's episode.
Definitely.
Excuse the first 5 minutes. But I really like this episode.
Okay, shall we get started?
Yeah, go. You tackle the first half. I got the second half.
Okay. So the episode starts off where we left off, where the Shindai's teamed up with Tomoe. I know. We'll get over this. But of course, naturally, they were all defeated. The only reason they survived was because Yuri keeps bailing people out. Did you ever notice that lately Yuri bails literally everyone out in these last few episodes? He is good guy Raiden, basically, where like in the 95 film, when all those minions show up, he's like, I don't think so. So basically, Ryoga and Yuri are two different versions of Raiden that are too far extreme from one another. And, there can be only one Raiden. Okay, enough Highlander jokes. I'm pretty sure a certain Lowlander watching our show would not appreciate that. Okay, so at this point, they may as well commit and just say, yeah, we're going to team up with you guys because, if the four of us can defeat him, defeat Isaac, then maybe 11 of us together just might. And of course, Ryoga, a.k.a. Scumbag Raiden, is like, no, you guys still betrayed the Sword of Logos. We're not going to team up with you. I'm getting a headache. Whenever Ryoga talks, I get a headache. He was fun at first when he was a walking Diablo reference from Vento Arreo, but oh my god, I hate Ryoga, the character, so much. He is lucky I already pre-ordered the sword.
So I just want to okay. Here's my thing. You betrayed the Soul Society. I'm sorry, Sword of Logos. You betrayed the Soul Society. But they're also the ones that saved your sorry behinds. And before we even get to it, I just want to say this right now to the people who are watching. Just be careful. We gonna talk about Ren in a minute. We gonna talk about Ren. I know a certain individual who likes the fact that Toma whooped on Ren and just stomped him way too hard. I know. We're gonna get to it. Anyways, so afterwards, Sophia and Kento talk because Kento once again is crawling in his skin and is super numb.
My skin.
And this episode is honestly filled with flashbacks. We have a flashback of his dad before he became Caliber, and she's like, look,
before he became the Snake Orphanok, before he became Juzo and decided to fight Shinken Red in a battle to the death. and she's like, listen, we need your I know what you're going to do. It's not going to end well. And he's like, but I must protect the world. Like super emo as always. Because Kento once again for the full Sasuke. Let's keep it real.
Yes, for those y'all who want to know the comparison, Kento is the embodiment of Sasuke and all the emo portions of Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Also, all the emo portions of Todoroki from My Hero Academia. If you could think of any other emo characters, yes, if you could think of any other emo character from anime that we can compare to Kento, let us know in the comments below.
Here's a question. Quick aside: if he had a daughter, would she basically be Todoroki? Because she would be because technically she is an ice apparition, which the females of which do have cryokinetic abilities, but because her dad specifically has, the dragon, the black flame, that means she would have both ice and fire powers. So. So we would have Zuko, Todoroki.
Okay. Kabuto. As much as we like to do fan fiction of Yu Yu Hakusho, we still got a show to do. Anyways, so continue. Oh, we forgot about Navi from Legend of Zelda, Chekhov's gun. We'll get back to her in a minute. Continue.
Okay. Speaking of Navi from Legend of Zelda, we keep seeing a little ball of light going, hey, listen, hey, listen, hey, listen. Hey, listen. And he's like, wait, what? Huh? Must be me. So he kept rolling along. You hate me now. Meanwhile, at Isaac's throne, which shouldn't be his throne anymore, but at Isaac's throne, what's his name? The Falchion, Mr. Ruination.
Yeah.
Mr. I like to eat my eggs raw like Rocky Balboa. Look, man, Amazon's is on Amazon.
Look again, at some point, I know we're gonna have to review Kamen Rider Amazon on Amazon Prime. So
Amazon's, not to be confused with Amazon, which is from '74.
It don't matter. We're still dealing with Amazon's.
It's not canon.
We still gotta review it.
Anywho, so he's like, so what's up? Oh, I'm just gonna destroy the world. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it because ruination and
deception, disgrace.
It's plain as to see, like the scar on his face. Meanwhile, at the northern base, Yuri explains that what Kento wants to do is that he wants to sacrifice himself to save the world. But here's the thing: there's two possible futures, and the other one is where Toma gets to save the world. And of course, May is thinking, wait, why not just have Toma do it? And he explains to her, here's the thing: whoever saves the world will be destroyed automatically. Hence the title, Who Will Change the World?
Thanos snapped, or in this case, Solomon snapped.
What will saving the world cost you? Everything.
What will saving the world cost you? My book that I'm trying to publish.
In a year of my life.
Can I take it from here real quick? Can I take it from here?
Oh, okay, real quick. Let's tango. Let's tango right here.
Okay. So Toma is like, all right, bet. So if Kento does it, he dies. If I do it, to be fair, they don't really say if Toma dies or not. They just say he disappears. Who knows? He might go into the Wonder World. We don't know. So him and Rentaro go after Kento, and Yuri and May's trying to go, but Yuri's like, hey, yo, look, hey, come here, baby girl. Let me holler at you real quick. I need your help. It's like, well, like, I need your
It's the way he pulls her towards him. He's like, you can call me Hanzo because get over here.
Bruh. The face. No. Hold up. I got one. That's the face your girl makes when you get her front row tickets to Hamilton Live.
Better than Hairspray.
That is the face your girl gives you when you get front row tickets to Wicked live on Broadway.
That's more accurate. Or that's the face your girl gets you when you say, no, we're not going to watch 50 Shades 3. Look, man, I had a bad experience involving that trilogy.
We're done. Because this will then go into not safe for work territory, and we're going to keep the monetization.
This is the Safe for Work. That's the Safe for Work podcast. You got to go to Scrub Club in order to get the not safe for work stuff.
No. I got one. That's the face Kabuto and the mic here is gonna make when they announce Bayo 3 at Nintendo's E3 Treehouse event in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, wait! I got one. This is the face that Leo's gonna make when they announce LA Noire 2.
Bro, I swear on everything, if they announce LA Noire 2, you're gonna hear the biggest scream this world will ever hear. It's gonna be Black Bolt trying to take out Thanos by wiping out an entire world. Anyways. Continuing.
Anyway,
Venom.
so we get Eddie and Venom again,
Yeah.
and Venom's like, shouldn't we like be doing stuff?
Like he really, I don't know, trying to save the world. And
Yeah,
Ren's
it's like the yellow. He's like the Yellow Ranger from Full Frontal's parody of Power Rangers. Full Frontal is a sketch comedy show from Australia, like back in the day, like Saturday Night Live. And it's like they're making fun of how like they're changing channels, and then like out of nowhere, like the plot point changes, and it's like and then they're back at Angel Grove, and it's like, shouldn't we be like fighting monsters or something? And then the Blue Ranger's like, look, I'm a walrus.
No, hold up. Before I continue, this is I got a better one. This is the face one of our viewers will have if she ever meets the actor who plays Toma. There you go. We love you. Anyways, so Ren.
This is the face everyone will make when
Power Morphicon comes back.
See us on Power Morphicon Online
or Power Morphicon 2022 live. Anyways, going back to what we're doing. So Toma and Rentaro are like, yo, we gotta talk to Kento. We can let's try a babyface term again, even though he's a gray character. We want him to be an actual babyface. Let's see what we can do. Ren shows up, and Ren's like, fight me. He's like, we're trying. I'm trying to finish my joke. He's like, we're trying to run against Kento. You trying to run? How about you run me those hands? So he tells Rentaro, yo, go, I got this. And then what proceeds to happen is the biggest one-sided fight in Saber that we've had thus far.
This is the biggest one-sided fight I've seen since Snoop Dogg showed up in World's One-Sided Fist Fights Caught on Tape Mardi Gras edition.
This is the biggest one-sided fight since Gohan blew up Frieza in Dragon Ball Fusion Reborn.
I remember that. It was so
punch.
Oh, but I'll tell you this: the funniest line in that entire movie is the one where Dracula shows up out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, can someone remove the steak from my chest? It doesn't tickle, you know."
No, this was the biggest one-sided fight since Sub-Zero versus Shang Tsung's minion in Mortal Kombat 95.
If
you guys would like to, our reviews of Mortal Kombat
Your soul is mine.
Are up on SoundCloud. Listen to it. So Toma whoops on Ren, and Ren is like, why can't I win? I'm the strongest of the Soul Society. He's like, dude, I'm not trying to be the strongest. I just want to save my best friend here and my best female friend as well. And so we get another flashback of Kento training with Ren. And Kento said the exact same thing. They're like, dude, yeah, we're part of the Soul Society, sort of logos. But I'm not trying to be the strongest. I just want to do my duty, and that's to protect the world. Both this
and then
world
there's
and the
another flashback where Kento's like, you should follow Toma. He's got a good head around his shoulders. Before I betray him.
Pretty much. So Ren, cries like Chris O'Donnell in Batman and Robin, and goes. So then,
one of my students actually saw our review of episode 35, and then when we did that Chris O'Donnell expression, they laughed their asses off.
Hey! Listen. Once again, Batman and Robin may be a really terrible movie, but it's still worth a watch. I'm just saying. So next thing you know, real quick, Yuri and May go up to Kamen Rider Phoenix, and Phoenix is ready to throw hands. What's up?
Falcon. Is ready to throw hands.
Yeah, Falcon's ready to throw hands.
Like, I would normally agree with you, but humans changed in the last 1,000 years. To explain further, here's a human from 1,000 years into the future. May, go ahead. Humans have changed, and
here's a cell phone.
Get these from Bandai Premium.
Here's a cell phone, and
she has an IG account.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question: is that the actress' actual IG?
Insta. She even said Insta. This is how millennials say Instagram. Insta.
I just say IG or Instagram.
So do I.
These are the younger millennials. We're the older ones, but I digress.
Yeah.
So Falcon just throws up the deuces like y'all are wasting my time, and I gotta watch a world. I gotta watch a world blow up. Now, if you want some of those Bandai premiums, just hit me up on tokucollector.com. Shout out to tokucollector.com, by the way.
By the way, speaking of Bandai Premium, so are you ready to shell another $25 to get that strap for your Gekido?
Damn. No. I'm ready to sell it. I'm ready to give that $65 to get the extender where it doesn't have to look like this no more. It actually will look like an actual Buster sword. So,
but are you willing to get the strap so you can carry it on your back like a real daddy?
Damn right I am. Like I'm just saying, I'm pulling up. I am pulling up at Power Morphicon next year with an Ogami cosplay.
To quote the cult that is Kamen Rider Gaiden fandom, don't say no, just buy more. Don't say no, just buy more. You have got a credit card and we got a lot of merchandise. You know you want to collect them all, so come on in and give us your expiration date. Don't say no, just buy more.
Anyways, so Falcon throws up the deuces and leaves, and Yuri's like, you did a good job. And then we get to this. Rentaro talks to Sasuke, and he's like, and he tells him to please turn off the Evanescence soundtrack that he's been playing for the last 3 episodes. And he's like, listen, I understand that you think the future won't change, that everything's gonna get down step unless you sacrifice yourself. But dude, we may have found a way. It's like, what is it? Toma sacrifices her? Like, how'd you know? He's like, well, listen, it's not about that. Work together. Look, we're the 3 musketeers. We're the 3 mains, okay? While everyone's supporting.
We are the new Legio Lazuos and Nestorius, because they heel turned and 2 of them are dead. Man, I'm like, at this point, I'm just wondering what Storius is up to be honest.
Storius is finna just turn up.
He's good. I know that much.
He's finna turn up in the next couple of episodes. Maybe after the Ultra. Well, we'll talk about Ultra Instinct Toma in a minute. So as they're talking, next thing you know, our boy Isaac pulls up and is about to fight. And then we get a Dragon Ball Z moment where no, hold up, I'm not done yet. Where Kento and Rentaro are gonna fight together, but Kento, just like Vegeta
to Goten,
just like Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks in the chest, knocked out. Just like future Gohan to Trunks, knockout, and he goes to fight Kamen Rider Solomon. But then Rentaro gets back up and decides, I'm gonna join this fight too, and then they both fight him. Meanwhile, Toma pulls up, going Super Saiyan God, and comes to the fray.
Can we talk about how beautiful this is?
That's really good.
I haven't seen this since the first time Goku fought against Hit. And seriously though, you really need to watch Super.
Okay. So next thing you know,
and you got some beautiful choreography right here.
This was some awesome fighting. Oh my god!
Look at that flip.
It's like every time, despite how we feel about certain things about Saber, the fights get better and better. Like, you cannot deny the choreography that goes into each episode of Saber.
Okay, like Saber has been a mixed bag. We haven't been soft about that. Like, we've been going hard at Saber about.
We damn near gave last week's episode 6 out of 10.
I give it a 7, and I was still being generous.
Same.
Generous, yeah. But the one thing we could never deny is the choreography. Heck, heck, we even said last week, if not for that one scene in that episode, we would have given it a perfect 10 because the choreography and comedy was that good in the previous episode.
So yeah, and so they're fighting. Solomon, obviously, because Solomon is pretty much perfect cell at this point.
Yeah, so now they have to work together to fight him. And even though all 3 of them are pushing at him at once, he still washes them.
Like Rentaro and Toma in Super Saiyan God form, keep in mind. And then he manages to wipe out half of Tokyo? Wherever city this was supposed to be in.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably not. The city's probably not destroyed. It's just Like they're in another dimension. It's kind of like
a
homie from
ruination realm of some kind. Maybe.
yeah. It's probably like homeboy from Knights of the Zodiac.
Yeah. Yo, man, we really need to rewatch that. That show got me into the Flock of Seagulls.
I know. And so
couldn't get away, and then we get that
Kento,
epic dream sequence brought to life, brought to you by Zaya, and he manages to bind Isaac into a shroud of darkness. So basically, he's using Shikamaru's shadow possession jutsu. Sorry, shadow paralysis jutsu. And basically, he tries to go full Lucario by trying to like sacrifice himself to seal away Isaac. Have you watched the Lucario movie, Pokemon the movie 9?
I don't remember it all that much. I do.
Movie, my bad.
I remember watching it. I don't remember.
And the Mystery of Mew. Basically, yeah. So like basically, he's trying to pull a Lucario in this scene where he's going to sacrifice himself in order to save the world. But then Toma goes full Urameshi on Kurama from the Forlorn Hope episode. And he's like, no, we're going to take this burden together. And as a result, they're both drained, but unfortunately, that did not kill Master Logos. Isaac. It did not kill Isaac. And he goes, is that the best you got? Here, let me start doing this for real. And basically, it's Spartacus episode 5.
And he pretty much knocks all three of them down and is about to kill Toma until ex-swordsman.
Good guy, Raiden. Good God, Raiden shows up and he's like, hey guys, I'm here to bail you out like a thunder god properly should. And he pushes me back. And then he goes full. And then he goes full Silent Bob by using the force push to grab the Sword of Darkness. And oh my God, this is so beautiful right here. He basically pulls the same move that he used against Falchion in 1,000 years ago, thus creating a double wormhole that's about to suck Solomon into the void. And then as they merge together, we do see him get sucked up. Yuri is very explicit. This will not kill Master Logos. This would only delay the inevitable. And of course, Kento's like, give me my sword back.
Okay, real quick, before we go any further. Toma gets kind of like, look, Kento, do you see now we have to work together? If you do it alone, you die. If I do it alone, I die. We have to work together. Can you please and thank you to our sponsors. Can you please get your ass and let's work together? Kenta walks away, crawling. Because in the end, it doesn't even matter until Navi shows up.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. And this time he actually hears change. But then elsewhere, Solomon comes out of the void, and he's ready to initiate the next phase of his plan.
Execute Order 66.
Execute Order 66. And that is Kamen Rider Saber, episode 37. Who will change the world? Well, clearly it's going to be Newt's commander, obviously.
Let me go first. I want to say this right now. I know we were hard on last week's episode, and rightfully so. I honestly could be just as hard as the first 5 minutes when Rio and Reika pulled up and they're like, you two were traitors. Well, I'm over here like, y'all do realize
they're basically traitors too, though.
And y'all do realize the world is going to end because y'all decided to try to murder a friggin' child. But I digress. This had some of the I know how we said in retrospect there are a lot of problems with how they did the Master Logos arc, but going forward with the King Solomon arc and like the arc of like good and evil type of thing, I think they're doing a pretty good job. Except last week's episode. I think last week's episode is probably the worst episode that we've seen in the show thus far. Excluding the first 5 minutes of it because it just still makes no lick of sense that we're about to babyface turn both Reika and Rio. Everything else about this episode was pretty solid. I liked the discussion that was had with Sophie and Kento. I love the fight between Ren and Toma, despite us not really liking Ren at this point, because Ren will just like stop trying to be a heel. You're not gonna go
You're
over
not
as a heel.
emo enough.
You're not gonna go over as a heel as much as you did a baby face. You were a jerk baby face, but people still liked you. You are trying to be a heel in a world in a company.
You know what? I came up with a perfect anime character to compare Ren to.
Who?
He's Ghosh from Black Clover. Like everyone knows he's a scumbag, but they still want him back.
Okay, I haven't watched Black Clover, but I could compare him to Bakugo from My Hero.
He's the mirror guy who's obsessed with his sister.
Okay, I can see that. But yeah, it's like Ren, you got over more as a when the booker booked you as a babyface because you got over with the fans. As a heel, no one believes you as a heel. Everyone still believes you're a babyface. You still do babyface things. I'm sorry if I'm turning this into a wrestling commentary. I apologize. But going back to Kamen Rider, I really like the fight between him and Ren. I really loved. Despite how silly it is, I like that May is getting more time to shine. Again, we want Ray to be a Spada. Not Ray, May. We want May to be a Spada. Can we please just make her into a Kamen Rider, please?
Yeah, change her name to Raiden.
We're done. We're done.
Yeah,
we're done. Just cue the outro. Stop with the Mortal Kombat references! Stop! Anyways, so overall, I really enjoy. I like the conclusion to this episode, where pretty much we had a Skynet moment, but not Skynet. I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to see what maybe Super Saiyan God level 2 Toma's gonna look like. Maybe it's Ultra Instinct. I don't know if next week's gonna be his final form. But if it is his actual Ultra Instinct final form, the way Realizing Hopper was Aruto's Ultra Instinct, then I can't wait to see what's going to happen because it's going to be nothing but, dare I say, blue flame. This episode is not a 10 because there's still some things I do have issues with, like Rio and Reika. I will give this episode a super high 9 out of 10, though.
Right. I still hate the Shindais. I really hate them. I only like their Wonder Ride books, and Ryoga especially is such a jerk. It's like, at least commit.
He's a tool.
He's a tool. He's a journeyman trying to be a superstar.
He is a friggin' tool.
It's like you're complaining that they betrayed the Sword of Logos. You betrayed the Sword of Logos too. Granted, the circumstances are slightly different, but the thing is, it's like you're a bigger hypocrite though, because freaking what's it called? You were complicit with all this end of the world stuff from the beginning, only because his name was Master Logos. Again, I am going to refer to my favorite episode of Justice League Unlimited, Patriot Act, where Shining Knight told of his story of King Arthur when he was told to destroy an entire village, and he's like, no righteous king would ever do that. So he questioned Arthur's orders, and Arthur's like, you know what, Shining Knight? You're right. I screwed up. My bad. Thank you for checking me. But Ryoga in episode 32 blatantly refused to. If it was just Reika by herself, I would have no problem because she was already questioning things. And This could have been so good. But no, they had to have the laziest babyface turn in the show's history, to be honest. Like freaking when Kamen Rider Ghost Necrom's babyface turn was the most beloved thing in the entire season. Granted, it goes past the point where like the show was still fun, but at least there was actual development for a specific character, which is why Necrom is the most popular character in Kamen Rider Ghost, despite how bad that season is. And no, I'm not over-exaggerating how bad the season is. But credit where credit's due. Like, if you're going to make a villain babyface turn, do it in a way that makes sense. Heck, as much crap as you gave Gaiamatsu in episode 38, at least you agreed that, at least there was a natural progression after the fact where the good guys don't necessarily trust him right away. And then he goes on to prove his babyface turn through his actions. Freaking Ryoga, like, he just flip-flops. Like he's trying to be the most hated character in any show since Wesley Crusher.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Ryoga. That's exactly my reaction to freaking Ryoga. And yes, that's why I'm gonna call him Scumbag Raiden. And speaking of Raiden, Yuri, thank you for being such a good god. like you're always bailing everyone out. But at which point I do have to ask, if you're always there in a pinch to save everyone else, why doesn't Yuri become the leader and just like take care of everything himself? You know, like Carter Grayson, give him a bottle of water. He'll take down the entire Machine Empire by himself.
Damn right.
Like if Yaoyorozu promised to go on a date with him, Mineta would single-handedly defeat All for One. Let's be honest.
Damn right.
Like, he already defeated Midnight single-handedly, and I think Yuri could do the same thing if the writers made it so. And logically, he does have that ability. He was able to hold off which characters again? He was able to hold off. He was able to hold off Sabia. He was able to hold off Caliber, Falchion, Caliber with Falchion, and against Solomon himself. He may as well just like get a bottle of water and take care of everything like a milk run. Let's see. Ren, still not a fan of his character. Honestly, I only get excited for the Ren scenes because that's adorable.
Yeah.
Honestly, Disaster. Like, I am glad Disaster. Honestly, I like Disaster being the villain in the Ghost crossover, and yes, I did watch it because I love the way he's being the villain in that special.
How is it?
It's all right, but here's the thing: I feel like I either missed out on some important information from a V Cinema, or there's going to be a sequel or something. Like, it's part of a first episode of a miniseries because if the whole thing is only 22 minutes, like, there's a lot of missing information here.
Hopefully it's not like the. Hopefully it's not like the Geo versus Decade miniseries. Apparently, a lot of people hated it.
I haven't watched it yet. All I did was pre-order the K-Touch 21 and the Saber Rider watch, which means I actually have to get the 01 watch now. By the way, Bandai Premium, I wonder, are you ever going to make ones for the Showa Riders? I'm just curious. Anywho. But yeah, if anything, I hope that the crossover for the Ghost special is going to lead up to an actual movie for Ghost that will conclude the ending for the Saber versus Ghost special. But yeah, long story short, Disaster is the best part of Ren's scenes. I hate Ren, to be honest. Like, I want him to like redeem his character. He better do a damn good job redeeming his character. But I feel like at this point, the only way he's going to do it is if he somehow perma-sacrifices himself to save Kento.
That's bound to happen at this point. I'm actually gonna put. I bet money on that. So.
Yeah, or at least go full heel temporarily and then redeem.
Or become the next Disaster. Who knows?
Yeah. Because I feel like they're going halfway into a story for the character, and they can't decide which way to go in the second half of his story. And the thing is, the longer you take to finish that story, the harder it will be to finish it with a good ending. Let's see. Choreography, brilliant. Very well done. If nothing else, this episode gets a good score just for that. I give this episode a high 8 out of 10 because I know it can be better. But again, this is probably going to be like a Game of Thrones season 7 sort of situation where they're trying to build up for the next episode. And big stuff is going to happen next episode. Let's just say they'll be cosmic.
Well, I mean, so yeah, so a high 8, high 9. Overall, pretty good episode. Hopefully next week's episode is a perfect 10. And let us know what you guys think in the comments below. But for right now, let's get into the comment section right now. So Facebook and YouTube, how you guys doing? As always, if you are new on YouTube, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel, and be sure to hit the bell icon. And if you like this episode of Kamen Rider Saber, don't forget to triple like it, and because it helps us move up the algorithm. If you are on Facebook, be sure to like and follow our page at Morphin Network to see all the latest updates on our shows, interviews, and everything like that. With that being said, let's get started.
Renfield's like trying to recruit Yuffie first time without a guide after hearing that she can be. See,
yeah.
I'm actually playing the original Final Fantasy VII right now, and I literally just recruited Yuffie to my team. Oh my god,
she's a pain.
She is a pain. Like, I figured out on my own what you have to do to get her on your team, but it's just so lame of how you have to do it. Okay.
L'Oreal says, I agree with you about the beginning. Someone who you follow betraying you can take a while to take in, Yeah, exactly. That's why no one, if you betray someone in Game of Thrones, you die, pretty much. Oh, Psycho Orange, what's up? You're new. Hello, guys. I just recently finished watching Megaforce today. My favorite monster from the season is Biggs. Nice. I give kudos for Mitoma for trying to talk some sense into the Shindai Sibs. Yeah, but again, not everyone can be Hiden Aruto. Hiden Aruto has the cult of personality that turns everyone.
And not everyone can be Gayamatsu.
Yeah, not everyone can do what Aruto can, and that is babyface turn all the heels. He babyface turn Jin. He babyface turn Guy. He babyface turn Hirobi. He babyface turn Ez in Kamen Rider Realize. And he also babyface turned the vice president, even though he really wasn't a heel, but he just wanted the job, so he can do that.
And you know why Aruto is so good at it? Charisma! Which is ironic that he's a terrible comedian.
Pretty much. Kuma Ken, Durandal is lawful neutral. His law is in the organization and Master Logos. And yet it's still lawful neutral. And yet lawful neutral means I'm going to murder a child.
Yeah.
And not bat an eye.
And Ryoga, you do realize, no pun intended, that at this point, by default, the only sort of logos that's left is the Northern Base, which tried to recruit you even though you don't deserve it. And you're like, nah, man, y'all are traitors. You're not the real sort of logos. I want the OG sort of logos.
So he's gatekeeping.
Yeah. He's basically a Kiss fan who's so obsessed with the original lineup that he thinks that anyone who likes Eric Carr or Eric Singer is not a true Kiss fan. Because he's not Peter Criss.
Kuma Ken. Raiden is the Highlander. Yes. One of the greatest moves of all time. Highlander. Yes. Did you guys see that glowy fairy? Yes, we did.
Yes.
I think that fairy is tapped.
Listen. Listen.
Is either him or is Luna? Because Luna did kind of disappear, so maybe she turned to Navi. Not sure. Oh, Kuma Ken's agreeing with you. It does matter. It's Amazons, not Amazon. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, it's Amazons with a Z. Oh
my God, you Toku fan. I'm joking. Let's see. My face when Fire Emblem new Fire Emblem game comes out at E3, announced at E3. No more Fire Emblem games. Let's get back to one Metroid Prime 4.
That's what MFW means.
Yeah.
See. I don't know most phrases in those text talk abbreviations.
L'Oreal, my face, May's face would be my face if I meet Johnny Bosch in person.
Of course.
And Mike, can you set that up? Anyways, plus me meeting Toma, you guys are right. Disaster is Ren's conscience. No, he's Ren's stand. Let's get that straight. That's Ren's persona. There you go. All right, let's look at this. It's about time Ren's condescending butt got kicked by my man. I'll leave
I
that.
wouldn't say it's condescending as much as it's just Chris O'Donnell-y.
Curie having May explain humanity to Halcyon was a bad idea. Not really. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe next time.
Hey! You know, if posting pictures of food on Instagram is going to keep him from trying to destroy the world, who am I to judge?
Exactly. I never thought I'd say it, amigos, but I sure hope that Toma gets through Ren's thick skull. It's gonna happen.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if in October, Bahuta wanted to destroy the world again because they ran out of pumpkin spice lattes? I'm done. But it's dark orange like me.
Tokunator X, you're new. What's up, Tokunator? Pretty soon, Disaster is going to backstab Ren. I don't think.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. He's a lovable villain who's hanging out with the good guy, who just heel turned him and stuff. I don't know.
I like Disaster too much at this point.
Yeah, I don't want him to be a full-fledged heel. He's a funny heel. He's a funny heel.
I want him to be a babyface instead of Ren.
Yeah. Can we get Disaster to be Kamen Rider Spada? I mean, he's not a man or woman.
No,
he's a goat.
No. Can Disaster become Kamen Rider Kenzan?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
the sword fight
is. You got May and Disaster, and they're gonna transform together.
Is 5 times A+. Yes, it is. I like when Saber's height of tactics does not appear behind them and regular attack. Yeah. Oh no, hold up. You mistyped that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, a few more, and let's see. We'll take I feel like the episode's plots are starting to accelerate, like the beginning of the series did. And honestly, it might. This is episode 37. We might get a finale around episode 41 or 42.
I just hope they don't rush the ending.
Yeah, please don't rush the ending. Please do not rush the ending. Don't.
That is like the biggest mistake a Toku could ever make.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Kamen Rider Kuga, but I understand why people do not like the ending to Kuga now. The ending to Kuga is super anticlimactic. So, and I love Kuga. I love Cold Case Files Kamen Rider. And let's see. Oh, Disaster reminds me of someone from O's.
Oh, I think I know who Kuma Ken's talking about.
Yeah. And with that being said, guys, we are officially done with the comment section. Thank you guys so much for commenting on our new episode of Rider Time Podcast. And comment section, we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, wait. Wait. Hold up. Social plugs.
We're about to do it right now. I just said by the comment section. Anyways, Anyways. Kabuto. Mike, as always, it's great to have you as a co-host. Where can people find you on social media? Go ahead.
Yeah, of course. You could find me on Instagram at chrono_just_cosplay. And you could find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BrokenKabuto. Hopefully this weekend I'll finally get back to, playing video games for real this time. But first I have to do video editing for our other podcast, so but hey, I just started playing Catherine Full Body. That game is the puzzle.
Are you streaming it? Will you be streaming it?
No, I already started playing it because I just needed a break because I'm doing aggressive housekeeping right now.
Okay, all right, and y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @therex_fox. YouTube Rex_Fox. Find all my latest game content on twitch.tv/RexFox. And I will probably be streaming later tonight. I'm I want to get back on Miles Morales, but Miles Morales I will be jumping back into that next week because this weekend I'm just going to be doing the training missions and stuff so I can get back into it and be done with the game in the next 3 or 4 days afterwards.
Just remember that the last mission you gotta stream.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm definitely going to do that. Okay. But other than that, and also this month for the Struggle Gaming Podcast, you guys are new. You guys know that myself, Mike, and 2 of our other co-stars, we do our own video game podcast every weekend, the Struggle Gaming Podcast. New episode of the Struggle Gaming Podcast will be this Sunday. And also, if you guys have been tuning into all our movie reviews, we have finished Mortal Kombat month, which Mike here should be finished with Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge in 2021, hopefully tonight. And this month we'll be starting Juneteenth month, and the first movies we'll be reviewing are was the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, as well as Chadwick Boseman's final movie before his passing. So we'll be reviewing those 2 movies this month, along with 2 other movies. So until then, guys, well, what Kamen Rider isn't complete without a secondary writer? Hit it. Bye, guys.
Konkewa, second writers. Henshin.
The battle against evil cannot always be won alone.
While both the original Kamen Rider and Kamen Rider V3 feature 2 writers, the first official second writer won't appear till Kamen Rider Agito with Kamen Rider G3.
Second writers such as Kaiser, Zoronos, Ixa, and Baron would have a rival role with the main writer.
Knight, Garen, and Brave would take up mentor roles, while Ibuki, Gatak, and Cross C would follow behind the main writers.
Starting with Agito, there would occasionally be a tertiary writer such as Gills, Todoroki, Ryugen, Necrom, and Grease.
See y'all next time.
Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is now August the 27th to the 29th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia. And Ranger Stop Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.